Power rarely dies in open battle. It bleeds out in small concessions you tell yourself are harmless. You call it patience, maturity, taking the high road. But the world reads it as precedent. Every time you let a slight slide, you publish a new policy about how to treat you. That is the boundary law of power. Silence is permission. It doesn't matter what you believe you deserve. The only thing anyone respects is what you consistently enforce. Niccolo Machiavelli would strip the theater from morality and say, judge not by motives, but by outcomes. The outcome of tolerated disrespect is more of it. The first pardon invites the second. The second teaches everyone to expect a third. Think of the last time someone crossed a line and you laughed it off. In that moment, you didn't avoid conflict. You scheduled it. Your reputation isn't a speech you give. It's a price tag others attach to your time, your name, your peace. Leave the tag blank and people will bargain you down to nothing. Mark it clearly and they'll pay in attention and respect. Boundaries are the ink. Enforcement is the press. Without both, your life is printed by other hands. This is not a call to rage or pettiness. It's a call to architecture. In courts, precedent shapes the future. The first unchallenged jab becomes humor. If you want different outcomes, write different laws. We'll map exactly how. The mechanics that convert lines into leverage. The 5 permission loops that erode your standing. 4 enforcement laws that hold without heat. Precise scripts. And a ritual that makes your no feel inevitable. Here's the promise and the warning. If you treat boundaries as feelings, you'll negotiate them every day. If you treat them as rules, you'll check them and move on. Power respects clarity. People don't trust those who want to be loved more than they want to be believed. From this moment forward, assume your silence is a contract. If it would offend you to see it written, don't allow it spoken. We begin by replacing apology with policy, performance with presence, and kindness with calibrated consequence. When you can draw a line without raising your voice, you cross a threshold. You stop campaigning for respect and start governing it. That is the shift this chapter will engineer. Less noise, gravity, and a life that answers to law instead of luck. Power is not a mystery, it's a sequence. Boundary, behavior, reputation, access. First, you draw a line. That line shapes people's behavior. Repeated behavior hardens into reputation. Reputation decides who gets access to you and on what terms. Change the first link and the rest of the chain reorders itself. Think of the boundary funnel. You signal a line. People probe it, some innocently, some strategically. Your response at contact sets the market price of your time, attention, and peace. Price high with calm enforcement, demand drops and quality rises. Price low with excuses, demand spikes, and respect collapses. Markets read outcomes, not intentions. Precedent is your only notice. 3 silent variables govern each encounter. Frame control. Whoever names the situation claims the role of judge. If you say, that was a joke, you are in their frame. If you say, that crosses my line, you have authored the rule. Timing asymmetry. The first move beats 10 explanations. Act within seconds, and the story writes itself. Hesitate, and you will be recast as negotiator. Selective visibility. Not every enforcement must be public, but key ones should be witnessed by the right people. Power scales through seen precedents. Different arenas run different enforcement markets. Family is high history, high guilt. People assume rollover credit on old favors and childhood roles. Frame control means renaming roles, adult to adult, and timing means enforcing early in a visit, not after the blow-up. Selective visibility stays private but firm. One-on-one talks, followed by consistent, boring follow-through. Work is a contract market. Titles, deadlines, and outcomes price behavior. Frame control lives in calendars and scopes. Timing asymmetry rewards quick boundary emails and meeting resets. Selective visibility is managerial. Document once, CC sparingly, escalate when patterns persist. You are not proving you are nice. You are standardizing the cost of ignoring scope. Online is a spectacle market. Algorithms reward controversy taxes. Frame control means hosting the conversation on your ground. Timing favors scheduled proof over reactive replies. Selective visibility lets one crisp boundary live in public, then moves the rest to private channels. Refuse to be farmed for outrage yield. The prime axiom is ruthless. Respect is a pricing function. Your line sets the rate others must pay to stay in your world. Attention, punctuality, honesty. Set it once, charge it always, and the market of your life corrects. Next, we will turn the model into rules, scripts, and ritual. Tolerance doesn't stay small, it compounds into policy. 5 permission loops do most of the damage, each converting a single lapse into a standing rule you never meant to sign. First is the "just this once" waiver. The tell is a soft appeal wrapped in urgency or sentiment. It's only this week, you're the only one who can. You bend once and discover the calendar remembers. Costs escalate from a skipped boundary to a recurring slot you now service. The snapback. Name the exception and lock the edge. This was a one-time courtesy, not a precedent. Going forward, I'm back to the original terms. Second is the soft yes. The tell is vague consent. Maybe, let me see, should be fine. Spoken to end pressure rather than state agreement. Others translate ambiguity into obligation and cite you later. You said yes. The cost is reputational. Your brand becomes available if pushed. The snapback. Convert fog to form. To avoid confusion, I'm a no on this request. If that changes, I'll initiate. Put it in writing. Clock the timestamp. Third is the laugh-off. A public slight gets framed as humor. Relax. We're joking. You smile to keep the room smooth. The room learns disrespect is safe if it's funny. Costs rise from one snub to a new tone that travels without you. The snapback is gentle and surgical. Keep the joke. Remove the target. We don't do shots at people here. Then redirect the conversation you now own. Fourth is the emergency override. Family crises, work panics, friend dramas arrive with sirens designed to dissolve your line. The tell is the bypass of all prior agreements. It can't wait. Rules don't apply today. The cost is structural. Your system becomes a fire department for someone else's arson. The snapback. Triage without adoption. I can offer X for Y minutes today. After that, I'm back to the plan. You help without inheriting the chaos. Fifth is the private concession. You fold in the DMs, then posture firmness in public. Rumor outranks reality because reputations are built in the rooms you don't control. The cost is authority leakage. People treat your public standards as theater. The snapback. Unify channels. My public position is my private position. If I'm a yes in private, I'll confirm it publicly. If I'm a no, I won't negotiate offstage. Each loop runs on the same electricity. You let someone else write the frame, and time hardens it. Start noticing the tells. Price the compounding costs, not the single moment. Then snap the frame back with short, calm sentences that replace ambiguity with architecture. Your boundary is the Constitution. Amend it rarely, enforce it predictably, and watch policy return to your hands. Power doesn't hold because you talk about boundaries. It holds because you enforce them. 4 enforcement laws turn lines into law. Law 1. The first violation sets the future. People don't study your mission statement. They study your reaction to the first breach. Respond on the first instance, not the 5th. Speed beats speech. If my start time is crossed once, I end the meeting at the original end time. No rollover. If a quick favor jumps the queue, I decline and restate the process. You're teaching what happens next time. Teach fast. Law 2. Consequence over explanation. Essays create debate. Outcomes create learning. Replace reasons with results. If a deadline slips without notice, access to my time moves to the lowest slot next cycle. If a joke lands as a jab, I pause the conversation and remove the target, then continue. You can explain once, briefly, but the correction is the lesson. People remember gravity, not sermons. Law 3. Price the access. Unpriced favors become infinite demand. Convert generosity into rules. Cadence, how often. Scope, how much. Windows, when. If then, if you ask for feedback, it happens on Fridays in a 15-minute window with one document. If a brain pick is requested, it's a booked session or a hard no. Generosity scheduled is still generosity. Generosity extracted is taxation. You choose which economy you run. Law 4. Visible corrections. When a violation is public, the remedy must be witnessed by the same circle. Private fixes after public slights look like permission. If then, if I'm interrupted repeatedly in a meeting, I reallocate the floor on the spot. Hold, we'll return to you after Jenna finishes, and then land the agenda. Reputation repair is audience matched. Same room, same feed, same thread. Use the severity ladder. Redirect to pause to remove access. Redirect is the lightest touch. Restate the norm and continue. Pause halts the exchange to reset terms. We'll pick this up when we're within scope. Remove access ends the channel. We won't be working together further. Move up the ladder based on context. Was there clarity, intent, careless or calculated, and impact, minor dent or structural risk? Retire the three-strike myth. Strikes invite gaming. Adults don't need 3 rehearsals to understand a line they already crossed. Lead with clarity, escalate with proportion, and let the consequence carry the message. Performers defend feelings, architects defend standards. Be the architect. Here are the words you reach for when the room tilts and your center wants to slip. Deliver them slowly, no heat, steady breath. Each line is a policy, not a plea. Hard. No, that doesn't work for me. Boundary with consequence. If this repeats, I pause this channel for 2 weeks. Public frame, snapback. We're not doing sarcasm at my expense. Move on, emergency override. Shield, happy to help within X/Y. Outside that window, I'm unavailable. Price the access. I say yes on Fridays between 2 and 3. Send it then. Recovery after your own lapse. I allowed that. That policy is closed as of today. How to deploy. 2-beat breath. Inhale, hold, exhale. Then speak one line. No prefacing, no apology. Delay the proof reflex. Never argue your value on demand. Schedule proof. I'll send the metrics on Tuesday. 48-hour ledger. For 2 days, log every ask and every give. Circle patterns. Price the overdrawn accounts. Silence deployment. If they reopen the topic after your final line, let the thread die. Do not clarify. Do not defend. Weekly drills. 1. Boundary rehearsal. 5 minutes daily. Say the lines out loud until they feel like posture. 2. Windowing. Set 1 micro office hour this week. Guard it like rent. 3rd consequence reps. Pick 1 low-stakes relationship. State a line plus consequence, then enforce once. 4. Recovery reset. Where you over-accommodated, send. I allowed that. That policy is closed as of today. Archive the thread. Field notes. Specific beats. Nice. Times, windows, and pauses turn intentions into structures. Short lines travel better under pressure than essays. No gains respect when it predicts what happens next. The calm tone is the enforcement. Volume is a tax you pay when you lack policy. When in doubt, default to 1 sentence and a period. If they push, repeat the sentence once. If they push again, end with, "We're done here." Then go quiet. Your silence finalizes the contract. Posture tip. Keep shoulders low, chin level, pace slower than theirs. Write your top 3 policies on a card and read them before difficult calls. When the urge to explain rises, stand, take water, and send the scheduled line instead. Track 1 win per day, where you enforced once and moved on. After 7 days, raise your price, narrower windows, clearer consequences, fewer words. Power compounds when your sentences do less work. Each week. Here are the 3 field stories, shown in action and closed with one-line takeaways. Room. A Fortune 500 client invites a consultant to present a turnaround plan. 2 minutes in, a vice president cuts across, "We'll circle back if time." The room tilts away. Law 1. The first violation sets the future. The consultant doesn't defend slides. She defends the norm. Happy to continue when the sponsor is ready for the complete proposal. Otherwise, I'll release the slot. Silence changes the air. The sponsor looks up. Law 4. Visible correction. We'll hear the full plan now. The VP folds. The consultant delivers, lands clear next steps, and closes with follow-ups within 48 hours. Otherwise, the window closes. The meeting ends on her terms, and the mandate is awarded the next morning. Takeaway. Answer the first cut with a boundary, and make the correction visible to the same room that watched the hit. Relationship. A parent texts at 11:07 p.m. Emergency. Need you first thing tomorrow. Historically, you cave and seethe. Law 3. Price the access. I'm booked in the morning. I can stop by Saturday 10 to 11 or wire the funds you mentioned. They press, "It has to be tomorrow." Law 2. Consequence over explanation. Tomorrow is a no. Choose Saturday or the transfer. 3 beats of dots. Then, Saturday works. You arrive Saturday, stay inside the window, handle the task, and leave without post-game guilt. That evening, you send a calm template. For urgent needs, text before 6 p.m. I can offer 2 weekend options or a transfer. The next month, there are fewer midnight pings and warmer daytime asks. Takeaway. Schedule generosity and enforce windows. Love remains, resentment evaporates. Reputation. A creator publishes research. A blue check mocks a clipped moment. Mentions surge. The crowd chants, "Clap back now." Law 4 meets Law 2. No duel on borrowed turf. The creator pins, "Full data, Friday, 9 a.m. on my channel." Then silence. No leaks, no subtweets. Friday arrives with a 12-minute breakdown. Sources linked, 1 minor error owned, and a split screen of the critic's cut beside full context. The video ends with a boundary. Debate is welcome. Misframing is corrected here. Comments flip. The mocker stops tagging, and the creator's subscriber graph rises. Takeaway. Decline public brawls. Schedule proof on home ground, and let visible correction repair the circle that watched the smear. Here's the fast, fair way to decide without rage or guilt. 6 checkpoints, 1 clear outcome. 3 pattern proof. Patterns outrank promises. Scan the last quarter. Same ask, same story, same outcome at least 3 times. That's not chance, that's policy. When behavior repeats, your maybe becomes their method. Note it, date it, stop debating motives. Ownership test, 30 days. Give 1 clean mirror and a time box. Here's the miss. For 30 days, I'm watching for X, Y, Z. Ownership is words plus measurable shift. On-time deliverables, paid debt, fewer midnight emergencies. If they argue about the mirror, they'll fight the change. If they change, they won't need to argue. Reciprocity ledger, last 6. Pull the last 6 meaningful interactions. Count tangible gives and tangible takes. Time blocks, intros, cash, coverage, emotional labor. Net giver equals provisional credit. Net taker equals boundary required. Don't average the past year. Price the recent trend. Boundary pilot. Announce 1 explicit line with a measurable edge and observe the very next interaction. No same-day favors. 2 options for next week. Do they respect the frame without theatrics? Pass. Do they test, shame, or escalate? Fail. Pilots predict the whole flight. Reputation risk scan. Ask, does helping here cost me trust with my core circle? If your team, partner, or audience loses confidence because you keep funding chaos, the price is too high. Power is social credit. Don't spend it subsidizing dysfunction. Compassion check. Can you help while consequence remains intact? Coaching instead of rescuing. Partial aid tied to milestones. Time-boxed support. If the only way to help is to remove consequence, abstain. Mercy that erases accountability breeds repeats. Decide in 10 minutes. Set a timer, run the 6, and choose one of 3 outcomes. Continue with conditions. Define scope, cadence, and windows. Put success criteria in writing. Schedule the next review. Pause and observe. No new favors. Watch 2 cycles. Revisit only with evidence of ownership. Close and release. End the loop calmly. I'm stepping back from this role. I'm unavailable for further asks here. No essays, no post-game. This is adjudication, not anger. You're not punishing a person, you're protecting a standard. When the test is clean, the consequence is clean, and your future self will thank you for choosing clarity over the guilt spiral. Silence is never empty. It is precedent. Precedent becomes policy. And policy, repeated enough times, hardens into fate. That is the boundary law of power. The line you enforce today writes the terms of every room you will enter tomorrow. When you let a slight pass, you teach others what is allowed. When you correct it cleanly, you teach them who you are. You are not cold. You are calibrated. You do not punish. You price. You do not plead. You set terms. Power is not volume. It is consistency. Boundaries turn chaos into order you can trust. Here is the oath that keeps you sovereign. I do not explain my lines. I enforce them. I do not negotiate under pressure. I schedule generosity. I refuse emergencies that erase consequence. I match public violations with public corrections. I withdraw without spectacle. I choose clarity over rescue, standards over approval, peace over performance. If you must release someone, make it ritual, not rage. Write the pattern you observed. Decide the boundary and the consequence. Bless the person. May they learn what I cannot teach. Block the loop, emails, favors, access, so habit cannot drag you backward. Then go for a walk. Breathe. Leave the courtroom inside you and return to your life. What follows disciplined boundaries is not coldness. It is warmth that survives. Rooms get calmer. Deals get cleaner. Relationships become kinder because they do not consume you to feel cared for. You start recognizing respect by how little is explained and how quickly it is honored. That is the strange, gentle proof of power. Comment the one script you will use this week. Then meet me in the next chapter. Character tests in 10 minutes. Machiavelli's 7 proofs. Your lines have been set. Now learn to read the people who approach them.